certainly from my personal experience, my father had a spinal stroke, so I know the consequences of what can happen. You know, I know that's slightly different than a sort of brain stroke, but it still is debilitating and horrible. And recoveries, well, my dad's never really fully recovered, you know. But it's to be back in the ring wrestling is just an amazing story.
Absolutely, Jim.
Yeah, so a bit of personal context for myself. When I was 18, I suffered from Bell's palsy, and I still do now. It's not as serious as a stroke, but it has sort of like the same physical side effects. So there's like a drooping of the face and what have you, and losing control of certain muscles in your face. So to know that there's someone that's gone through an actual stroke and has continued their journey into wrestling, it's massive credit to them. So I hope that if Hannah is watching this, that she knows that she's got a lot of people supporting her, and she should be very proud of herself.
Absolutely. Any final word before I click play and I'm going backstage?
No, don't want to steal any of that away from what was said. Perfect.
Okay, here we go then. So guys, I'm thingy. When you're ready, I'll click.
Let's go.
Yep.
He's just out on her feet right now. Big lariat, huge lariat, just flattens Hannah Taylor. Connor said it best, ladies and gentlemen, and this is an extremely emotional moment and something that we're really actually quite blessed to be a part of. I'm sounded as here comes the astonishing rebirth of Hannah Taylor. Welcome back, young lady. It is absolutely magnificent to have Hannah back. A year and a half ago, Hannah suffered a stroke, and for a lot of people, they're very lucky to just survive that. People come back from injury, they come back from a shoulder, a leg, a knee, whatever injury, to come back from a stroke. And I speak as someone who's had a mother that suffered a stroke within the last 8 months. That's something else. To be back here in a ring, wrestling at Coliseum is unreal. It truly is something quite emotional. It's very difficult not to be emotional. Strokes have been such a devastating part of my family's history. I've had devastating health problems myself, neurologically. To see Hannah Taylor here is actually really beautiful. I could not be prouder of her. I want to give her the biggest hug, but do you know what? I think somebody else has different ideas in mind, and here comes the Finnish kaiju. This woman is spectacular. They'll be fooled by that beautiful Instagram. Regina Rosendahl has returned to the Coliseum, and we are extremely pleased to have her back. What an astonishing powerhouse, and man, Hannah Taylor is legitimately one of the most beautiful souls in professional wrestling history. The Regina Rosendahl took you to...
Sorry, I was backstage and I feel like I have to watch it because I want to react to this.
We spoke earlier.
Seems a bit more respectful to have all three of us in.
Yo, sorry?
It definitely feels more respectful to have all three of us in, mate.
Absolutely. I was just the quietness there. Do you know what I mean? Just watching her entrance was just like, even I got a bit tearful then.
Yeah, I got goosebumps. I'm not gonna lie.
Give me that, yeah, absolute powerhouse. I mean, if Libby Grace is looking for
Everyone else getting like really early drawn. Someone next to me, Nick Cross live. Nothing with a mask and then the crazy look on the face.
Regina Rosendahl arrives as beautiful as she is deadly, and wow, Hannah Taylor has overcome.
Have you got any context on Hannah Taylor? Do you know the age and stuff?
In her life, she should be so proud of herself.
She's from Liverpool.
Just derail that entirely, and that is a
Wow.
Think about it. Most people might
Wow, she's actually younger than me.
Maybe have an easier point,
Yeah.
maybe just a trauma, something warmer. Hannah Taylor's come back to literally, arguably, Scandinavia's most powerful and successful women's wrestler of all time. And Regina Rosendahl, last time we saw her,
took on Kira Kamara and Roddy Knox in the triple threat match at the first show.
Yep.
And that was a devastating collision, and you can see.
I don't even give a shit how this match actually ends and stuff like that. It's just more like credit the fact she's in the ring.
What an astonishing specimen, Hannah Taylor. All that desire is going to be needed here, but it is honestly.
Is that fair, James?
I cannot express to you, ladies and gentlemen, how
Yeah, mate.
all professional
Nice bit of psychology to start off with. Regina being a bigger girl, she's obviously going to use the power and strength. Obviously, bully Hannah, and it's obviously going to be like a sort of underdog story with Hannah coming back from stroke and obviously dealing with that sort of not really too critical about the match, just all inspiring and really shows.
So here's a question.
Nice, that was nice. I really like that.
What was that, Ian? Sorry.
So here's a question for you. I'm just looking it up. Apparently, she was involved at the All In event in 2023. Do you have the context for that?
I do not.
I'm guessing when they were involved, she was in it. She's obviously not wrestling, but she was there and doing something.
Ladies and gentlemen, it takes a long time to be ready to wrestle.
I need to check that up because I've not actually seen it on it.
16 months of rehabilitation just to be able to walk again. The fact that
I'm loving the commentary here, like I said, do you know what I mean? Because you just can't fathom, do you know what I mean? What she'd have to go through just to get back to doing this.
Yep.
Get a little bit nervous.
I'm going to say as well, though, a lot of credit to Regina because there's not a lot of people that volunteer based on what happened with Anna Stroke with the possible repercussions of what could happen with Anna Stroke. So I think it'll be a lot of credit to Regina as well with that.
No, and that's the thing as well, is you got to remember, it's like, you said the psychology side. Imagine Regina herself knowing, do you know what I mean? She's come back after one of the worst things ever imaginable. Imagine the pressure she's feeling here.
A brain's housing with everything you have like this.
Yeah, absolutely, 110%. It's as you say, against anyone, like taking that sort of bump, given the history, is always difficult. Against an absolute powerhouse like Rosendahl,
I love it in the high flying style thing she did earlier on, though.
Added level of danger and uncertainty.
Rosendahl is terrifying now, just feeling Hannah Taylor across the ring, clutching her by the hair every single moment. Do you know what? It's hard to think that she may not necessarily, she might be zoning in on this deliberately. I understand from an athletic concept, you know, from a power concept, this is a fight. And you have to kind of zone in on what you might perceive as weakness, but it is terrifying to see somebody of power clutching hold of her head and hair like that. Yeah. And Hannah Taylor,
credit to referee, Joe, double checking.
Extremely careful. I know at no point.
You can just tell the level of training and professionalism like mixed between the referees of all matches that we've watched.
It's really a weighing it in, and it's cold, it's calculated, it's methodical, and this is what has created such a masterpiece in Scandinavian professional wrestling. She puts her in a steam and a back elbow, and that whole body just colliding with Hannah Taylor in the corner.
I'm just in awe. I mean, you're absolutely. I think you said it best, James. Here, it's just awe, just knowing what she's been through and to be in the ring.
And it is just terrifying to watch. And I understand why.
It must be quite emotional as well for her being in the ring. Just to be composed as well, just to be able to do it.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm trying to hold back a little bit, few tears here. I'm going to be honest.
Trying to will Hannah Taylor back into it, and Regina is having a good time. And I fear for Hannah Taylor. This makes me nervous.
So is there context, obviously, to the opponent of why they're facing each other? Or
onto her shoulder and her head and her neck.
I don't actually know the backstage content. All I know is I remember that this is one of her matches back after, do you know, the stroke?
Yeah.
Regina is having a really good time just sitting down on Hannah Taylor. He's having a power out for it. Look at that.
And do you know the one thing I'm just realising now as I'm actually watching this match? You could put this like in a sense of reality type thing. Because, do you know what I mean? Let's be honest, though, she's getting overpowered and stuff like that, but she's still fighting. And when you put that into like a live perspective, do you know what I mean? She's gone through obviously so much, and she's still fighting.
The resilience that brought her back to this moment of Coliseum and an overhand job. It doesn't seem to great deal on Hannah Taylor's face.
James, I've known you for quite a few years, mate. I've never ever seen you so awed into a match.
she's laughing hysterically. Headbutt right on the cheek, and that is again something.
It's like you said, it's
Just makes you
mixing the fantasy of wrestling with reality of life. Obviously, as you know, people like Roman Reigns with the leukemia, we had that segment where my name is Joe, and I've been living with leukemia for so many years. Obviously, we've had people, occasions where, like for example, Bret Hart passed away, they fell from the rafters. We've had Saraya had to retire because of neck injuries. We had to have Edge retire because of injuries. But you've never really had something this like.
He wants these women to fight out. He doesn't want to rain on.
As the commentator said, their family members have had people that have had strokes. So you're not going to find a single person in the world that isn't going to relate the story that Hannah Taylor's going to tell with the matches that she's going to have. And you've got someone that's like Hannah Taylor who's been through this sort of ordeal, and then fighting someone like Regina, who, as obviously a bigger woman that is basically bullying her, bullying. It sort of like reminds me of Sami Zayn's match against Gunther last year at I think it was WrestleMania when they beat it for the IC title. And
kids just keep on coming. They really do. And
it just wouldn't stay down no matter how Gunther beat the hell out of him. I mean, basically that's what I'm doing here with Regina. More than punishment and just not letting it go.
Huge lariat just flattens Hannah Taylor.
It's unbelievable that she can go through such a traumatic event in her life, such as a stroke, something that has left countless people, millions of people unable to even walk again. And the fact that she's not just walking, she's wrestling against someone a lot bigger than her. She's connecting with all these moves. She's very coordinated. She's very passionate with what she's doing. It just shows the level of professionalism that she's got, and it just shows that she's not the type of person that's going to give up a dream because she's faced something even that's difficult to her health.
So much fight, so much passion, so much energy for this business.
I love the in-ring style as well. Do you know the high flying bit?
She comes off again.
Sorry, Henry, what were you saying?
No, you go.
No, I'm just gone.
Has made waves.
No, I was just about to say the same thing. It was just how the story they're telling in the match as well about obviously she's having to come from under and she's got to find ways to take her down.
Nice.
Beautiful technique as Hannah Taylor is really starting to warm up and the spinning back kick and a basket down roundhouse kick into the chest, and Hannah Taylor looking to chop down this tree and truly make her mark and make the ultimate comeback in professional wrestling, the springboard.
I do have a little bit of a follow-up to this because I know obviously what she's been doing, you know, recently.
So what's the full name of the opponent?
What's the what, sorry?
The full name of her opponent?
Regina Rosendahl.
Oh, man. Honestly, I was just about to burst into a standing ovation.
Yeah, Regina looks a bit rattled.
Emotional to see Hannah Taylor at the
not gonna lie.
back at wrestling in one of the biggest women's matchups you could ask for against the Scandinavian legend, the kaiju that is Regina Rosendahl, but he was just a two count.
Oh, Regina? I thought I said Regina.
To drop the finish oak.
Yeah,
as I'm going to call her.
Yeah, that is one.
Leo, you can't be calling people for pronouncing their names wrong.
Oh well, I did that last time. I mean, you know what happened then.
Just like she has done for the last 16 months, powers out once again.
I like that comment. What commentators just said. She's done what she's been doing for the last thing. It powers on.
Honestly, it beggars belief, the passion, the fight, and the heart that this young woman has. And Regina Rosendahl has thrown everything at her arsenal at Hannah Taylor and is yet to keep her down. Hannah Taylor keeps going. She is unstoppable. And Hannah Taylor, no doubt, has it running through her mind. If a stroke couldn't finish me, you sure as hell will not. And you are going to quite literally going to have to kill Hannah Taylor to keep her down. This is her dream. This is what she deserves. She's got a victory roll. She's counting Regina Rosendahl. Tom Scarver's going to kill.
Anna Taylor on her return on
Watchalong thing. I like that finish. And I said before that I don't like roll-up finishes, but that is really good because it shows the calculated power of the mind. Because it's something thinking, I can't do big moves against Regina because she's a bigger girl, she's stronger, she's going to be a lot heavier to try and get up for big moves, sort of thing like that. So the fact that she's gone for like a roll-up, sort of like small package, really shows that the mentality of her is, I'm going to win at any cost, which is brilliant because it also shows that the fight in her, the fact that she's obviously gone through a lot and then she's doing the best that she can to overcome such a big adversity.
Yeah. So, Jim, obviously, I gave you the context and stuff like that, and I didn't know until obviously you said there that obviously it's a bit of a personal thing to you, a lot of stuff like that. I said it as the match happened. I've never seen you so invested into a match. Even me as well. Like I said, I know the backstory, and like we said, to go through something which is so life changing, even like people now still struggling to get back into the ring is, to me, it's an absolutely remarkable story.
Definitely, mate. You've got to give all the flowers in the world, all props and everything like that. You can't take anything away from it. The fact that, like you said, she's gone through such an adversity, she's gone through such a life-changing moment in her life, and because a lot of people that would happen to them and they just say, right, that's it, I'm done. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to be able to do this, that. Other doctors had probably said to her, you're going to struggle to walk again. And she's basically turned around to him and said, no, I'm going to walk again and I'm going to wrestle because I love to wrestle. So the fact that she's done that it's just blown me away, that. And the fact that she managed to do all them moves and everything like that, just absolutely, it's just unbelievable, mate.
Absolutely. Any?
Yeah, I can't argue with that at all. Just can you really say anything more than that?
Yeah, it's really remarkable stuff like that. So yeah, I mentioned as the thingy, we've got a little bit of an update and stuff like that. And so recently, as far as, let me just make sure I get this right, 27th of January 2024, she had actually had heart surgery.
Oh wow, is she okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, she's fine and stuff like that. But yeah, she posted on her Instagram, and I remember seeing it that she had heart surgery. So put that on top of thing, more credit.
All credit, well, mate. Yeah. She just keeps blowing my mind with these things. I mean, first having a stroke, then having heart surgery. She's one tough badass.
Absolutely, and stuff like that. And obviously, with the heart surgery thing, she obviously couldn't wrestle. Now, I do now know that she's obviously training back in the ring with stuff, and she's in the ring training with somebody called Dean Allmark, which we watched a match from his.
Oh wow. So
And
oh.
what's right?
So she's coming back again?
I believe so, and stuff like that. And then the other thing as well, which is there is a documentary coming out, do you know, about her whole story, which I cannot wait for. Do you know what I mean? We'll be honest.
No, definitely. Listen, stories like that, it's not even about the comeback. It's just the resilience and the determination to be where you want to be.
Let me see if I can get her Instagram up so I can show you guys. Yeah. Carry on talking amongst yourselves.
I'm just saying, it's not even like the comeback's not even the important back. It's just the resilience and the desire for her to want to do that, and the work she's probably and the effort she's probably put in to get back to where she wants to be. It's just astonishing, really, isn't it? You know, but was it? We sit and complain each day about little aches and pains because we're lazy and we probably sit about and. But was it? We've been playing like a video game for too long or something like that, or we've sat and watched the television. And we're like, oh, for crying out loud, I've got a sore head, you know. And there's people like that, like going out and chasing their dreams, you know, having been thrown like curveball after curveball. It's just astonishing. It's an inspiration, isn't it?
It is. Right, I'm just sharing my screen, guys, just so you can see it. Right. So that's the post. I don't know if you can see it, James.
Yes, mate.
Can you read it?
Heart surgery completed it. Kept this one close to my chest. Will see myself at for that one. See myself out for that one, sorry. Feeling very grateful, especially towards the incredible treatment I received from the NHS. Although I am starting to think I might be a cat with the amount of lives I've got. Yes, so hopefully another successful recovery. See that right there. The fact that she's able to not exactly take the mick, but like sort of like make fun and make light of the situation just shows the strength in the character and everything like that, and really just makes you, obviously with those Brits over here, makes you very grateful for the NHS. I mean, they get a lot of stick, but at the end of the day, if it weren't for them, this young lady would not still be with us. So credit to Hannah, credit to the NHS, really.
Absolutely. Anything to add?
I can't. I'm just astonished at her story. It's absolutely, what was it? Inspirational.
Absolutely, and stuff like that. So when this match obviously goes out on YouTube and stuff like that, I will be tagging Hannah in so she can thingy. What message would you give to Hannah if she obviously does actually watch this, James?
You're a fucking legend, love. Honestly. Sorry for the swear, but honestly, there's no other word for it. She's an absolute legend, and I just can't get over it. It's absolutely blown my mind, the fact that she's gone through not just the stroke. That would be enough for anybody, but the fact she's gone through that and then through heart surgery as well. What a character, what a woman, and just all credit to her, especially her and her family, because her family must have gone through some absolute shit to see the daughter, the sister, the whatever she's and whatever family she's got. Honestly, it's like you see people night and day that go through these things, but then you see someone like her who's gone through these adversities and then decided, you know what, I'm not going to just sit at home. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to follow my dream, and she's done that. So absolute credit to her, and it's unbelievable.
I think you said it best, that she's a true fighter. Do you know what I mean? To go through so much life and still, do you know what I mean, get there. And like I said, I do know there's a documentary coming out soon, which I will be watching, which I can't wait for. So stay tuned for that. Annie, what about you? What would you have said to Hannah if she watches this?
There's not really anything I can say. Just how amazing how the story and how inspirational it is. You know. As I've said before in other what was it, Watchalongs, never take advice from a moron like myself.
The only time I wanted him to be serious, and he says that.
No, I am being serious. I mean, but I'm not trying to make light of it. You know, what was it called? I mean, what was it? What an absolute inspiration. You know, and what was it? Just to keep pursuing her dream is, you know, is amazing. There's she doesn't need, I know I was joking, but she doesn't need to listen to people tell her that. She knows herself. Just she knows what she wants, and that's the most important thing. Don't let anybody else try and take that away from you.
100% and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, you guys have said it best and stuff like that. To me, I think one word I say is a fighter. Do you know what I mean? No matter what life's thrown at her, heart surgery, stroke, and stuff like that, she's still pursuing it. And like I said, I do know she's obviously training with Dean Allmark and stuff like that. So I just hope she does obviously go back into the ring and stuff like that. And like I said, the documentary, I know I've said it a few times. I can't wait for it to learn the whole story. And maybe we should do a reaction to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, you need to warn us to make sure that we what was it when you were doing that though, so that we make sure to have enough tissues and all that. Just because I'm sure we'll have a few tears.
No, absolutely and stuff like that. I don't know whenever it goes up and stuff. Like I said, we'll have to stay tuned and stuff. Jim, like I said, I'll let you have the final say on this one, mate.
I don't think there's much else I can say. I mean, Hannah Taylor, what a fighter, what a woman. She'll be very proud of herself. I know that when things like this happen, it takes quite a toll on people's mental health as well, which is another aspect that we need to start focusing on, because it's always a key aspect in people's lives, that mental health can take a toll for the worst at any time. It doesn't have to be a certain thing that triggers it. It could be anything that triggers a mental health episode. So if anyone that's watching this is having problems with mental health, there's always avenues you can go down. I mean, there's you've got the Samaritans, you've got the Mind Charity. If there's guys watching this in particular between the ages of 18 and above, you've got Andy's Man Club, which I'm a facilitator for. And at the end of the day, we've got to look out for each other, because we're all human. We all have problems. We all suffer through things, and the best way we can tackle this is by doing it together.
And I know obviously that Jim had the last say, but is that the great thing to end on?
No, I can't really sort of say anything more than that. You just top notch.
Cheers for watching, guys.